technically be ahead
it's depending on however they look at it, right? Like it could be that direction, or it could just be like they don't even think 2-1 or 2-0. It's just you lost a series, and as a result, we just do best of ones or whatever. So, I mean, I'm with you there. We could talk about that for hours as far as
in the end, if Midorfeed wins, they move on. That's pretty much the easiest way to word this. The rest is involving there will be probably some sort of tiebreaker game. So definitely a lot on the line here for Midorfeed. They would get slotted into the bracket there, although they more than likely will be placed against Empire right off the bat, I believe.
Which would be a brutal matchup, by the way. I mean, that or Hellraisers. With the way things are shaping up and as far as Group A there. Yeah, we know for a fact now with the result that we just had, it will be Hellraisers and Empire moving on out of Group A there. Okay, let's talk about this draft, though, because definitely some interesting stuff already happening off the bat. mousesports, they first pick a Brewmaster, as well as a Rubik here. They do it into a Lich, and now the Earth Spirit coming out for Midorfeed. But a first pick Brewmaster, that's early.
It is very early. I mean, it kind of reminds me of, man, yesterday we saw a couple very, very early picks that surprised me a lot. I'm trying to remember what the one was that stood out. There's one that was really,
we had
odd.
We had some early Chaos Knights. We did have, now that you mention that. I wonder if Liquipedia would even have it.
10 seconds remaining.
Themselves there, but we have had some pretty unique initial picks.
Remaining.
In fact, the previous years, Vega Squadron ran Earthshaker Bane, their first 2 picks, literally all 3 games. Oh, Shadow Demon. We had a Shadow Demon early yesterday. That was
but it wasn't picked up super early. That's what I'm trying to remember. There was one really off the wall pick, like picked up second, and I can't remember what it was.
It was a second pick Shadow Demon from what I'm looking at.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah. Maybe that was what it was.
It might have been that.
Yeah. Oh, Legion Commander we also saw picked up first phase. That's the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
Which is just kind of bizarre to see it grabbed that early. I do like this Pugna here out of Mouz, though. I think it goes well with the idea of Brewmaster. Brew, obviously, a great zoning tool. We've seen what Core Pugna can do when he gets going. Just the potential to go off and be a monster. I haven't seen it win, but I've seen it do really well.
Yeah. Who was playing it yesterday that you were really giving credit to?
It was
all these matches. Thompson, okay.
Remaining.
Yeah, he played it very well.
He played it super aggressive. He went like Veil Ags and just tried ulting people down, and it really was doing work.
Mirana's coming out 3rd pick. That's another hero that we actually have seen a lot of this event specifically. A lot of these teams value that hero, and usually we've seen it more in the mid-roll. Now, it definitely has potential to be run as a 4, so I'm not counting that out just yet, but would Tomato play this, you think? I mean, does he play Mirana? No, wait, it's not Tomato. What am I saying? Cancel's their mid player. I'm just so used to
Tomato. It's Weehaw. No, wait.
They have 3 mids. What's going on? I'm just realizing this now.
Yeah, I know Mirana in this group is 0-5 so far out of Group B. So it's really struggled to get its farm going. Even if it goes mid, even if it does fine in lane, it just seems to stagnate way too long at Aquila Yasha. Like that seems like the dead zone for Mirana that they're just struggling to get past. And I think the solution to that is if you want to play a carry Mirana type build, you still either have to go Ags or you need to go an early Maelstrom. So you can actually get some extra farm acceleration, clear some camps faster. It's just not like the other mids where they can Pugna pushes a bunch of buildings and gets you a ton of gold because of that. A lot of mid laners clear a bunch of stacks. But this is tempo incarnate from Mouz right here.
Gyrocopter.
Gyrocopter.
You gotta say it like that, yeah. I'll let you do that.
All right, I get the effects this morning. I'm on point.
10 seconds
Gyrocopter picked up though from mousesports. I assume that's going to be a 1 position. You got Brewmaster off lane most likely and Pugna mid. Had to really look at it, and that means they would need their 4 position with a final pick right here. So the band's going to be interesting. But yeah, Gyrocopter. You talk about tempo. Talk about a lot of early push and a lot of grouping up, and not afraid to fight here if you're mousesports. So definitely playing into the Midorfeed lineup. You know, you got a Lich already on the other side who wants to delay things a bit, so perhaps they're going off that idea. Faceless Void.
I will say what I've seen with Lich so far, though, and where it's been odd to me is, yes, he's good at delaying pushes. Ice Armor is good for that. But we're seeing so many of these liches maxing sacrifice first, so they don't have the extra armor early on from maxing frost armor. They don't have the burst that comes with maxing frost blast, so they struggle to kill anybody. And we're seeing that even if they can armor a tower, they're not doing enough to impact the game and shape it. They're not necessarily putting out enough damage to kill someone with a gank. They're not really doing anything in team fights, and honestly, the best answers to Lich lately have just been to ignore him and push down buildings, even though he has frost armor. Like, the only time people seem to be getting stuck is when they try to break high ground against it.
Yeah, I agree there. I mean, the sacrifice in the landing phase is great, but that is the biggest issue as far as really trying to break tier 3. And if you push early enough, then you might not even have that maxed out, let alone able to react to that in time. So, that's
I mean, the last Lich we saw was level 8 at like 26, 27 minutes.
Yeah,
with max sacrifice.
Yeah, no, he can be under-leveled if you find yourself not doing too well in the game. And Cinderin, though, I want to say he's played Lich several times here in this event, and I believe he likes to get that Hand of Midas to help with recovering in that. But we'll keep an eye on that, see how that works for them. But yeah, the interesting final bans. The Bat Rider into now a Doom ban. Again, you look at mousesports, they probably need their 4 position, so...
I can totally appreciate the Doom ban here from Midorfeed. It's another very tempo, very swingy 4 position that if he's ahead, he feels oppressive. Like, they just start running at you, and if he's got a good gold and XP lead, it's just very, very difficult to deal with, much like most of mousesports lineup. And if I'm Midorfeed, I'm thinking I need some wave clear here pretty bad. Like, you don't have much for wave clear. Level 1 Frost Blast, Boulder Smash. That'll help. In the very early game, at least.
Yeah. Iron Shell's nice. Not the spammable wave clear, as you said, especially more in the early game. So the game picks up there. That was a quick Storm Spear. So wait, what's going on? It's going to be a support pug now?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a support gyrocopter. No, Madara's playing it. That's a sweet gyrocopter skin, by the way. I'm loving that.
Rawr!
That's a fun one right there. Brewmaster on MNT? Oh, okay, maybe they're going to swap it up still.
For brew?
Offlane Pugna? I mean, that's definitely not unheard of either, but yeah, 4 brew, that would be something.
Well, if they dual lane this, I can appreciate this a lot. Because if they just dual lane MNT and Skylark, and you're just chucking Drunken Hazes at Faceless Void, you're going to disrupt the CS a lot.
10 seconds remaining.
They're keeping it for now. So, yeah, that's possible. That's what we're going to be seeing here. I guess if you're Brewmaster, really all you really need is that Blink Dagger, being able to get in there, blink in, Primal Split after the Thunderclap, and you can cause chaos. So, and levels is of course pretty key. But is Brewmaster really a comparable 4 position though? Is he going to be able to set up kills like say a Night Stalker,
no.
Earthshaker, or whatever? Yeah.
Or the Earth Spirit? You know, I mean, he's not going to be able to match Earth Spirit roaming around, but he is going to be able to apply a ton of pressure to Tomato. This is them saying we don't feel like we need to roam. We'll survive whatever laning phase you give us, but we're going to be ahead in the lanes through our tools like Drunken Haze and Pugna being pretty good at pushing out waves, Gyro just being really strong in the early game. It's definitely a risky strategy, and honestly, the Brew in this kind of a game doesn't even need the Blink as much as he does if he's ran as a core. Because you can just split from outside the fight and then just invis the Storm Panda and run it in and throw somebody up in the air.
True.
And that alone is enough if it's your 4 position. They don't need to be doing a lot of damage. You have plenty in the Storm Spirit, Gyro, Pugna.
Jumping in Thunderclap does sound nice, but you are right. Doesn't need to rely. Interesting start we have here.
Don't say stuff like that.
Those lovable teammates there. All right, so we're caught up with figuring out who's going to play what. But what about that final pick, Storm Spirit? Why do you think they wanted to kind of really force the Storm Spirit into this lineup here?
Their lockdown's really not very good on this other side. They've got Earth Spirit. That's pretty much it.
It's okay, but it's all like it's either a big cooldown, of course, Chronosphere, or it's all lined up stuns with the arrow and the
Chronosphering Storm Spirit once he hits level 18 is not easy. There's a very, very good chance you blank that.
What is happening?
Oh man,
these guys they're just having a fun time wherever they are. I assume they're boot camping. I don't even know if they are actually.
The battle begins.
Sitting there and being politically correct and
Yes.
forward thinking here.
Good man, good man. There's some. We're getting some extra entertainment here. You can always appreciate that when they're, you know, obviously they're all joking with one another.
We're gonna actually see the creep denied bottom lane. This is not standard. Normally it's mid, maybe it's off lane if you feel like he's gonna struggle to get XP.
Yeah, and it's going to be a Pugna off lane. Now Skylark's doing a hell of a job at blocking right here. So even with
He
the deny,
really is.
it's going to be okay positioning and gets the range creep in front. That was very good blocking from Skylark. So the range creep's going to die right away. So, but obviously the deny with the sacrifice, Skylark should be fine. Just simply runs back. The pressure.
It's one of those hard spots is Lich. If you're gonna deny bottom, you can almost just like if you had Frostblast here, that's a kill. But sacrifice is just too good to pass up.
Yeah. Hard to make that move. MNT, meanwhile, middle lane, he's putting the harassment. He just literally auto-attacking cancel while cancel's sitting there trying to last hit and deny. So some funny interaction coming out here, but and that means the top lane, Darkseer, matched up against a Gyrocopter Rubik. And I mean, Darkseer usually likes to be matched up against like a melee core for obvious reasons, but not the case here.
Yeah, he got a lot out of this though by them not having a tri-lane that could kill him right away. So now Kezu's already at level 2, which is getting through the scariest part of the game.
I caught it. Don't worry.
Nice.
Camera was there.
10 out of 10 camera work.
We got this. Yeah, no, that was just simply the Frost Blast at level 2. And by then he was just too slow to get away, so good job.
So yeah, while this lane top is fine into the Darkseer, Darkseer is also going to get quite a bit out of this. There's a little bit of kill potential coming out from Mouz at level 3 for Madara. Once he gets level 2 Rocket Barrage, if they catch Kezu out, lift him, they can maybe kill him. But he's going to be doing pretty well in this lane overall.
Feeling comfortable right now. The Soul Ring, of course, queued up. Great item to have on Darkseer, especially early on. Middle lane, MNT in the flank. Just gonna apply the Drunken Haze. That's what Brewmaster is going to be really fun for in the laning phase. I mean, the fact that he could spam that ability, even as a core, but let alone as that's like his focus now. Trying to really minimize Cancel's last hitting.
Yeah, just look at what it's done in the mid lane.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Gets pushed in, but tower doesn't aggro him. He's fine.
Yeah, good job there, just stomping and not actually right-clicking anyone. Keeping the tower aggro off of him. But yeah, like, Storm's ahead in this lane just so much.
Yeah. Wow. 4 and 2. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was that much. Jesus. Wee's in trouble. Is he, though? Not really. He's fine unless Rubik could get there, but has boots. Going for the lift.
That was
Nice
a brave roll.
Got close enough.
Yeah,
to
as you
lift
said, he
almost.
had to. Cancel though. Does make it over the ledge.
Spartan just riding on through. Oh, and actually, they're going back in. It's not going to connect. Just the back and forth, though. But yeah, 4 and 2 Marana. That no doubt is all due to Brewmaster, though. It's like, I'm sure Storm Spirit's doing great himself, but yeah, Brewmaster causing massive issue.
Yeah, I thought they were going to throw this bottom lane and do the same thing to Tomato and slow down the Void, but if you do this mid, it makes your Storm Spirit have such an easier time getting to 6 when all of a sudden he feels a lot more comfortable to be in the lane. He is leeching a lot of XP doing this, though, so we do see that XP-wise, it's actually still slightly Marana favored.
Denied.
Well, Storm Spirit 24 and 80 is massively dominating the CS, and so Thug, that means it's going to be a great start for him. Now, what he goes for, is this going to be right into the Bloodstone, you think, this game for Storm Spirit and make the most sense, or?
Bloodstone's good. I wouldn't even mind an aggressive Orchid. I think either one would be fine.
Pugna having to keep his distance. He's only level 2, 2.5. He obviously died earlier, and now with that Frost Blast online, of course, Faceless Void gets some lucky Bash Procs thrown in. Pugna's not the best at escaping, so he's having to play very safe down here, and that's where the off-lane Pugna does feel a little bit odd.
Yeah.
How does he really get levels? I guess Brew.
Well, you got MNT here now, yeah. The damage potential coming out of this lane is not very good if Tomato has Drunken Haze on him.
Oh, just blinking aggressively.
Time Walk doesn't do damage in this game, Tomato. Come on now.
Yeah, I was curious. Maybe I think he might have been going for a last hit right there, but just missed
Yeah,
him.
he was.
Off to the side, Earth Spirit. He's been hanging around. I think they know he's over here, though. They've seen Weehaw several times, I'm pretty sure. currently hidden, but no, now they're going to spot him. They have a ward up in the area, so they have every idea that's exactly what Esports doing, spending time, and instead MNT is like, well, I'm not going to waste our time here. I'm going to go back to the middle lane and continue the mission of locking down Cancel, who definitely has recovered since he's left. I mean, you see that, but still being won by Storm Spirit pretty heavily, at least in the CS side. You mentioned the levels. Marana is doing all right.
Spoiled.
Almost level 6. Skylark, is he dead again? He sure is. They just run at him. Again, Pugna's very awkward by himself in an off lane like this, especially against a trial lane. There's really no way he should be surviving here.
Yeah, they could have given him more if they just kept MNT down here. Like, the second he leaves, they just saw their opportunity and just collapsed on Skylark right away. But they really, again, wanted to give Thug that early game he could only dream of in most situations. But look at how fast Marana's recovering. Like, still roughly down by the same differential, but even after all that pressure, staying even with the Storm Spirit. Like, they've both gotten the same last 20 CS. Arrow? Okay.
Yeah, that was actually kind of close. Looked like Thug might have ran into that, but he saw it. So,
I like the thought process there from Cancel, though. He had a DD, he had already blown it. It was, he doesn't have a bottle on him. So if he connected with that arrow, there's a chance to just kill Thug.
Yeah. Why not give it a shot? And right now he's kind of zoning him out with a double damage rune. Now Storm Spirit is level 6, so the ball lightning, of course, online. Meanwhile, top lane, KZ goes down. It's Rubik, Gyrocopter coming together. Talked about the possibility. I didn't catch it, unfortunately, but we'll go ahead and say it happened exactly like you said it would.
Well, they didn't use cooldown, so it kind of had to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still ready here. Gyrocopter's having a very good time up there. 39-21 middle lane, ball lightning. He could not get the Vortex off, but the lift is here. Spartan roaming on in on top of the Thunderclap, and easy kill with him coming in. Nice collapse from Mouz. Kids are back top. But Spartan's been very active here early on.
What they do with their wards in this game, this is something that is super important that needs to be looked at. The Radiant side committed both of their early game wards down to this bottom lane. It's going to show any rotations coming in to try to help Skylark. It's going to keep Tomato very, very safe in this lane. But it does nothing for their mid laner. Like, it just makes the lane so rough for him because he can't see anyone coming in from that north side.
They were hunting Skylark right there in the trees, and he ends up backing up before they find him. But Chronosphere is now ready for Tomato. You also have Earth Spirit into the side, but again, with the wards you're just talking about right here, they see Earth Spirit's hanging out there. So for now, Skylark's just going to hug the tree some more, but another blast. They know he's in the area. Just waiting for that commitment, man. I just feel like it's coming. Level 6 almost here on Lich as well, but there's the barrel roll in. Maybe a pushback. No, they're just going to put the auto attacks to Grappifies himself. There's a Chronosphere. Catches Gyrocopter as he TPs in. Does Tomato have enough damage? He needs a bash proc. He gets an auto attack to finish the job, and now he needs to get out. Time walk. The rock barrage in his face, though. The call down off to the side help finish off Earth Spirit. As Thug also comes in. Thug does have that ball lightning. Just need to find him. Tomato. Another time walk. Not ready. It's only level 1, so yeah, max cooldown. They just run him down.
Yeah, they got a little deep, and a very, very good Punisher from Mouz rotating over both cores.
Top lane. Skylark's trying to just be like, all right, I'm going to go to the safe lane, pick up some farm. No, you're not. Boulder smash in, KZ runs at him. Ion Shells will take him down on both him and the Earth Spirit, but now with more of that response, in comes Thug. He does not have enough mana for the... Oh, wait, he doesn't even have Vortex. Anyways, he gets the kill on Darkseer.
Yeah. Most storms, you're not seeing Vortex till 10, maybe 11.
For some reason, I saw the animation earlier, but nope, never mind. Doesn't have it. Madara, what the hell? That was all the way over here. Wow, he was really deep for that Lich kill. And middle lane, MNT, the miss comes in. Oh, that passive. Drunken Brawler, not going to matter though. Cancel leaps in for the kill, but did that force Cancel to go too deep? Maybe.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
mousesports playing this early game incredibly well. Anytime they're getting punished outside of the very early kills on Skylark, they're rotating, they're getting something out of it. They're making sure that any trade that happens goes in their favor. And this is just a great job by Madara and Thug to keep TPs on them and keep their mana pool high.
Definitely playing to the lineup. Again, Pugna's struggling, but trying to open up some room for him to recover at the very least. But you got Gyrocopter now pushing this tier 1 bottom.
Pugna is more broke than their 4 and 5.
Dire's
He's
top
not doing
tower
well.
is under attack.
It was a tough time at this bottom lane, so that is showing. But you do have
Radiant's bottom
Brewmaster.
tower is under attack.
He's not doing well either. Soul Ring's
Dire's
almost finished on
middle
him.
tower is
But
under
Gyrocopter,
attack.
I wanted to mention, he
Dire's
actually
middle
cancels his
tower
TP, by the
has
way, middle
fallen.
lane. As they were trying to protect the top lane. So more action. You see the boulder smash on both. Thug pops the arcane boots. Moonlight Shadows, however,
Radiant's bottom tower
keeping them
has
alive.
fallen.
Rubik's going to be open on, though. Chronosphere is ready once again. Bash proc, though, means not even remotely necessary. And now they're, as 5 are going to go all the way to the top lane. Brewmaster's going to TP out. Thug is also TPing out. Chronosphere, maybe? That'd be a lucky guess. Oh! That
Wow.
was really close, actually.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Scouting correctly. So,
That was super close.
moving S5, though,
Radiant's
early
middle
on
tower
is
is under
Midorfeed here.
attack.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, they keep trying to take
Dire's top
skirmishes
tower
and they're
is
coming out
under
ahead
attack.
early, and then they're losing their rotations. So if you're losing the rotations, you just bring 5 people in the first place. Then once you get that kill and get ahead, you already have the number lead.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Okay, Gyrocopter changes it up. At the
Radiant
bottom lane, he had an
structures
axe
are
queued up, but
fortified.
now he finishes the drums,
Dire's top tower is
and now he has
under
a
attack.
S and a Y actually queued up.
SOI super common on Gyro, just to make him a very brawly skirmisher. I'm more interested in this Darkseer build. He's rushing a Helm of Dom.
Ooh.
Like, that's something we don't see very often, but it has some cool synergy. You can Ion Shell up your creep and surge him in, and then use whatever their ability is.
I feel like this is a Keizu item that he's been liking lately. Let's see him play again, the Brewmaster, which in general has been popular on that hero, but yeah, Darkseer, not your usual candidate for it, but as you pointed out, he has it here. He gets it delivered, and he's going to look to take over a creep. We'll see what he tries to get. He's going to get a Centaur
Radiant's
here, so
middle tower is under attack.
not a bad start at least. But we'll be able to continue using that throughout the game now, as well as have the RR kicking in. Pugna's found a little bit of space at the bottom
Dire's
lane.
top tower is under attack.
As he's joined by the rest of his team, they're going to push tier 2 here. Lich Armor, only level 1, being applied though. And actually using the Centaur to harass with that Iron Shell a little bit. Keep them pushed back.
Unfortunately, Frost Armor doesn't do a whole lot against Pugna.
That's a good point, actually.
Radiant's
he's,
bottom tower is under attack.
good old Nether Blast doesn't care. What's up over here? That's a
Dire's
call down.
top
Trying to
tower
catch
is
cancel.
under attack.
Leaps out of it though. Thug. He's in pursuit. Still doesn't have that vortex. Cannot get close enough anyways. Back to the bottom. Skylark is picked off. Darkseer, he's running
Creep, man. It's so oppressive.
in. It really is. Spartan's actually having to deal with it. He TP's out though. Gyrocopter caught in the Chronosphere. The primal split of the Brewmaster. He lifts up the Faceless Void, but the stun lockdown's too much. Chain Frost coming out. Only bounces the one time though. And Zip zapping around his Thug, finally chasing after getting the kill on Earth Spirit. But you see the Brewmaster, he's going to come back together in 1 second. MNT, he's in a bad spot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're all on top of him. I did not see him getting out of this one. Just live as long as possible. It's the game plan. Even uses the stick charges, but eventually goes down as expected. So kind of got split up a little bit right there, did Mouz, and I guess ultimately really a 3-for-1 kill.
Yeah. Very, very chaotic fight. Good use of the chrono from Cancel, and Kezu showing off that Dom right away. I mean, he got a huge stun off of it
Radiant's
to get the
middle
first
tower
kill of
is
that
under
fight.
attack.
And doing a lot of work when you just Ion Shell a Centaur and run it in.
Yeah, perhaps that was the game plan for sure. With that pickup right there, you see that Centaur still running around, looking to continue that harassment. So Gyrocopter, though, you mentioned the idea of S and Y. He's actually going to go the S first. He's going the Sange instead of the Yasha. Is there value there, you think?
He's just trying to tank up so he doesn't die. He's feeling like Gyro's in this weird spot where early game his spells do enough damage, like well over most cores. Honestly, one of the only comparable ones to him is on the other side with Mirana.
Dire are scanning.
And so if he just tanks up for now, his spells will carry them through the early mid game. And then by then you have the S and Y, maybe you have a Diffusal.
Faceless Void, Mask of Madness finished. Diffusal for him is, of course, queued up. Looking to pick that up here. Storm Spirit, 1,300 gold, has the point booster, has the arcane boots, so as well as the Soul Ring for that matter. But that means the Bloodstone is coming along nicely. almost really just about finished even. So Soaring Spirit looking pretty good on the net worth chart. But yeah, Faceless Void is actually topping it. 6,500. Then you got Mirana down a little bit as the early build. But there's that Yasha that you're talking about. It's like, what kind of impact are we going to see from Mirana here? Especially when it comes to her damage output. And probably needing to defend here in the near future as Mouz not pushing aggressively just yet, but obviously these next tier of items, as you mentioned, the S and Y specifically, as well as that Bloodstone, I'm sure is going to be a go tool for Mouz. Trying to make something happen here.
Yep.
Rubik spams this taunt, man.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Brewmaster, is he anywhere close to anything? He's almost got Tranquil Boots. Okay, it's been a rough farm game for MNT.
It's a 4 position. Yeah, it happens.
So not the prettiest game for him. But like you pointed out, he doesn't even necessarily need to blink. Just Primal Splits goes in, can still be extra effective.
Like, it's a 4 that doesn't really roam, so it makes it a little bit hard to get gold. Got caught.
Yes, he is. Call down on top, easy kill. Checking to see if he had the Bloodstone first, but no, he doesn't have it yet. He actually has enough gold for it now. Oh, he still needs the pattern too, actually. So
he has enough. He disassembles his arcanes.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, for some reason I thought he still needed this. You're right. Okay, just a matter of getting it then. All right, so Brew has the Tranquil Boots now, and the Blink is queued up for him. So still liking to get it, but it doesn't need it. Goes back to that. Yeah, Spartan, what did he steal? He stole a level 4 Starstorm, actually. So that's some nice farming for Rubik coming out. Used that pretty well. Pugna, an Aether Lens is in the works. It's almost there, pending if he wants to split up his own Arcane Boots here. But he's back where he was at the beginning, protecting that bottom tower. Well, look at this Lich, by the way. He's scouting out the Ancient. It's being done here by Gyrocopter. But there's really nobody nearby to take advantage of that. So, whoa. Meanwhile, top lane. Mirana and Earth Spirit. They catch Thug. He did not have his Bloodstone
catch that shouldn't happen very often. They have some damage, but it's really not that much. I'm really liking this build, though, out of Earth Spirit. Weehaw only grabbing the 1 level and roll. Prioritizing a ton of points in Geomagnetic Grip right now. So the combo does last a while to keep Storm, I guess, quote-unquote, locked down. You have 2 seconds on the Boulder Smash, 3.5 on the Silence.
So Cancel has that Yasha now too, and again, Diffusal coming up next for her. I mentioned the Diffusal on Faceless Void. Well in the works. In fact, has both the Blade of Alacrity, so he really does just about have it here. And there's that Bloodstone though, so some kind of the first tier of items are starting to pop up now on either side. Gyrocopter's S and Y even is just about finished here. Who do you think needs to be the more of the tempo here? Who needs to be controlling, or it's just whatever?
Mouz should dominate anytime it's not a straight 5v5. In 5v5s, it's a little closer, and it mostly depends on who gets the initiation. But, yeah. If it's just like skirmishing, it's definitely Mouz. But they're way undermanned in this team fight.
For now, they are. You have a Shrine ready to go, but Midorfeed is not going to
looking to take it. Yeah, just don't want to fight her on the Shrine.
Yeah, it's always risky, man. There is no TP currently on Storm Spirit, though. So if they picked up on that, maybe that would change some things. But for now, Thug pushing without one.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yes, he's going to bottle up the bounty room, but again, has that Bloodstone. Going to look for some kills now. And the rest of the team is pushing middle tower.
Scanning.
Gyrocopter over here. Can even call down. Secure the tower kill. All right. Where are they jumping? That's Skylark. Boldest match catches. Brewmaster's running in slowly, but not much he can do. He gets there a little bit too late. Magnetize also affects him, actually. And MNT just going to keep on running. Speaking of the Shrine, TP to the Shrine from Mirana. They pop it, and it's going to help keep Cancel alive just barely. Boulder Smash on through. Scares off Mouz. Madara's in an awkward spot. He decides to go back in. He gets Kona straight up. The Primal split in the back line, so they do catch out Mirana. Now Weeha, he has to barrel roll through as he's just trying to run, but they do pick off Gyrocopter. The Chain Frost bouncing back and forth a couple of times on a Thug right there. He is massively slow. The time dilation even. The uses the rest of his mana, though, and now he might need to deny himself. He can't even do that. The bash procs are too much. That's a stolen Chronosphere, by the way, from Rubik. However, it's not going to matter for him. He gets beat down by Faceless Void. And definitely a victory for Midorfeed there in that fight.
Yeah, losing the Bloodstone charges already. That's painful. 4 for 1, and that Shrine helped there. The Chrono from Tomato was definitely interesting. But all in all, resulted in the Brew being zoned out of that fight for so long. Man, that was just a great fight from Midorfeed.
Yeah.
I really liked what Thug did there, where he basically like jumped over, like burned most of his mana, got a really aggressive kill, and then he just tried to skirmish with like no mana. He probably could have gone straight left and made some space and at least made it so him or 2 of his teammates got out, but instead he went really all in on that team fight. Just couldn't quite get enough out of it.
You saw right there, he jumped really big time on a Faceless Void, but no follow-up. Excuse me, and Faceless Void just time walks away, so nothing come of it there. But yeah, it almost does feel like that mousesports is actually Gyrocopter. He's locked down. I believe the arrow hit initially too, and that is a kill.
That was beautiful there from Weeha.
Yeah, we all set that
Flexing
up.
that new blink.
That's right. Wow, that's a pretty early blink for the Surf Spirit. In about 20 minutes. And
Gerald's
Gerald's there for 35 seconds now, so they're pushing top lane as if they want to go tier 3. But look at Skylark. He's going to try to cut the creep wave right here. Cause issue. So no tier 3 tower pressure coming out. Cancel even deny the bottom tower right there.
Has been denied.
So Storm Spirit does have the Orchid now coming
top
along.
tower is under attack.
But Midorfeed, oh, right as they go away, he goes in.
He's okay.
Sleep. Yeah, he's fine.
Little awkward timing there. Spartan wasn't in range to get in and get the lift.
Faceless Void BKB coming along. It's definitely going to be a great item this game. It's going to make him resistant to a lot of damage and also just
It's just basically immunity against this team.
Yeah. Feels like it. You see the Hellbear Smasher now. That's the creepy ass taking over. They got the Lich Armor. They got the Iron Shell.
Top tower is under attack.
Buffing that guy up.
Yeah, and it gives attack speed to your nearby creeps as well.
That's true.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Solid pushing tool.
Is under attack.
Did he just take over something else? He did. Okay, that's why. He takes over the Troll. And he's sending it out in the middle lane. Maybe to farm elsewhere. So KZ are really making use of this Helmlet Dominator. It's fun to watch.
Yeah. It's such a cool tool on Darkseer because, as I said, you can just use it to go farm the jungle if you want while you run around and do something productive.
Top tower is under attack.
It's like a better Midas, Breaky.
I'll take it. Tomato, he's stopped canceling a lot right here. They go on a Rubik kinda, and Tomato's like, alright, I'll finish it.
Radiant's top tower.
Blink stun and an arrow. They were just waiting to see if anyone rushed the aid. They were hiding Tomato in case anyone else came. They get a +1 with the Chrono.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
And instead, they'll use that Rubik kill for a Roshan. The arrow. It's no really amp damage, so not the quickest Roshan kill here. But I don't think Mouz has any idea that's happening. Nor can they really feel comfortable stopping this. When it comes to team fight, as you're getting at earlier, Midorfeed seems like they definitely got the better presence here. The Chronosphere, of course, a big part of that.
Yeah.
So it'd be a dangerous spot to fight in.
Smirana just, again, Yasha and stuck. Had the Yasha like 8 minutes ago. Only another 2,000 gold since then. It's just so hard for these Miranas to get any sort of item progression.
Dyer's middle tower.
Yeah, again, we don't see the axe anymore, which really was a farming tool for the hero, but it's not considered the go-to build. It may be for a 4-position Mirana, but for a lot of these mid Miranas, it's instead the Yasha, the Mantis Style, Diffusal, Dragonlance, etc.
Is under attack.
Yeah, we see more. So when it comes to farming, they just rely on the Starstorm that they do have. As they push tier 2 middle, but Yeah, a little bit of a push from Mouz down here. Doesn't really get a response, but they'll still fall back. It's a very curious
don't have vision
play
right now. If they saw that Midorfeed was sitting there farming agents, doing things like that, they would have definitely just hard committed to that T3 for a bit. Get 3-4 Nether Blasts in it, try to chunk it down.
I'm gonna pause here. Yeah, again, guys.
Brewmaster did find a blink.
Who got the blink?
Oh, go ahead.
Brewmaster, okay. All right, now we can jump in and thunderclap. It's a strong tool. I mean, the movement slow is really nice. And I mean, 55%. What's the Lich slow? It's 65%? Yeah, 65% on the Chain Frost. So you see how slow that makes people. I mean, it's similar with that thunderclap.
Again, guys, what?
Well, so yeah, I was just gonna say that this is our second series of the day. Obviously, this is game 1 of the series. It's getting started a lot later on due to the first series running so long. We'll keep you guys updated on how the status is looking for the later on series. I know Empire and Vega Squadron are technically scheduled to play, and well, it's really supposed to be about half an hour from now, but obviously that's not happening. And
it's supposed to be a non-determinate series.
Exactly.
It
So
doesn't do anything.
I mean, but not up to us. It's obviously up to the admin. So well, my point is, well, we'll try to keep you guys updated there for those that are wondering or curious on how the schedule's looking. You know, things like Wikipedia still suggest the time frame and stuff. So, but this is game 1 of Midorfeed versus mousesports. What's the second series of the day? So at least got to get through this one, and we'll see what happens moving forward. Anyways, Faceless Void. He's leading the way at the bottom lane. He's got his next couple of items planned out for now. He's Blink Dagger and into an MKB. Why not? Get even stronger initiation. And the preemptive MKB here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They're going to push the last tier 2 tower as well. And it doesn't seem like Mouz is interested to defend it either.
Yeah, they've got their own game plan. They have towers they want to take themselves.
Is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Ooh, if MOF makes a real aggressive move here and just gets a snap chrono, they could fight this.
He gets away. He's going back in, though. His Faceless Void. Level 2 chrono ready. He has the BKB. Oh, that's a homing missile. Who's not here? That'd be Pugna. Oh, the time walk stolen by Rubik. Looked like pretty funky interaction there. That's the quick getaway. Another homing missile. Faceless Void. Just love the noise of that. Thong.
So obnoxious.
Oh, the boulder smash hit. Well lined up by Weehaw. And now Skylark probably dead because of this. Magnetize, that should do it. Great play by Weehaw again. TP out whoever that was over here, so. Wow, Faceless Void got low, actually. I don't know if that was him or not, but. Okay, he's going to pop the shrine here.
Cinderin is also dead.
Cinderin did that right here. So they find him at least. But no Chronosphere used. They hold on to it. Do you think they could have forced that a little more, or did Midorfeed play that well?
Oh, for sure. No, they definitely could have done more with that Aegis on Tomato. We did see him try to look for it once. He time walked up towards the T3 and looked for Rubik, but they just couldn't quite find the opening.
Uh-oh. There we go, Chronosphere. I was going to say, oh no, he's in the trees! Oh, so awkward for Tomato. The vacuum wall combo, but it's not going to matter.
Cute.
In the end, he gets away. I immediately regret my decision, he says, and can't blame him. It's so unfortunate.
Now that we don't have sounds, you can't say it's a disaster anymore.
I'm sure that would have popped out instead, but yeah, that's we see that occasionally with any of these mobility abilities, the leap or whatever, even blink daggers. You're going in, you're just thinking about, oh, this is a great chance, and your hero doesn't go as far as you expected, etc. And that's what catches Tomato right there. So happens to the best of them. That's a big miss kill though, because that's what I was just getting at. That he was down in the area, and they could have really got a big kill on Storm Spirit there.
And that's gonna essentially waste their Aegis too. That was their one go until this Aegis expires.
Yeah. So maybe the game of wait for another one. Weehaw's fun to watch on the Surf Spirit. It's a comfortable hero for him, clearly. And it's fun to watch these good players on it. And as the HST spawns, as you mentioned, they go in immediately, but they can't really have any follow-ups done. The boulder smash on 3, just as I mentioned, that time to mention the magnetize on 4 different heroes. The Starstorm and the Chain Frost, it's a god wombo combo from the Radiant side. Who needs a Chronosphere when you got everything else around it? Call down, though, is doing plenty of return damage. Spartan's going to fall, however, and it's just Gyrocopter. No, it's actually Pugna as well. But the Gyrocopter, he's being run down. The Bash Proc's kicking in, the vacuum pull in, and he's dead as well. Skylark goes down. It's a complete wipe in favor of Midorfeed.
God.
Wow.
That stun. Holy shit.
It's like he heard me, man.
That was some game-winning stuff right there.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And, you know, we got to give credit to Cinder, and he pressed R and he clicked the hero. Good job, Cinder.
Good job. No, all the Chain Frost. No, yeah, that was definitely skillful play by Weehaw, lining up that boulder smash so perfectly, and then everything else came in. That's the thing with this lineup. It's not an all-in one ability lineup by any means. Who needs a Chronosphere when you got everything else? Yeah.
Yeah, when you have Weehaw just giving you Ravages.
Well, that really sets them ahead. They're 7,000 net worth lead now, their biggest lead of the game. Faceless Void. He's got the blink. I mean, what's this about? Oh, Rubik is like, all right, what's going on up here? Oh, found them. Probably what he said. So, easy kill.
Dieback on Spartan.
Yeah, only there for 30 seconds, but it is a dieback. You're not wrong. Chronosphere is ready now, though, and so is everything. That's the great thing about this. Chronosphere is only the longest cooldown. Other than that, everything's up pretty quickly. I guess the wall's 100 seconds too, but
stupendous.
It's a call down to keep them out for now. They're really going to keep them out in the long run, but they don't have the Aegis this time, so I wonder if Midorfeed is going to think about that here. If they choose to go in.
I think you'll look for it. If you don't find any way to go in, you don't.
Weehaw at this time, Chronosphere, this is a Brewmaster for position. They're going to kill him. Gyrocopter, though, BKB's popped. Doesn't have a call down just yet, but the Rocket Barrage doing plenty. Stolen Chronosphere by Rubik, catches a couple in place. Weehaw's going to die. Darkseer in the midst of it as well. He still has his wall. He can't get it off to the silence. It's lasting a little bit too long. It's going to be pulled back in, and he will fall now. And now Tomato has time walk. Can he get it off in time? Get it? Lift it up. And no, he cannot. Thug with the double kill. Yeah, that Chronosphere on a Brewmaster seemed a little ambitious, and it backfires
they did
there.
get his buyback, but it's not really worth that much, especially when Roshan potentially respawning in 5 seconds.
Illusion.
Middle lane, Lich Armor's put up, but that's the best they can do. Just run after that. Storm Spirit, only 8 charges on the Bloodstone, even despite just winning that fight there, but kind of shows you how it's been a struggle since he got that initially. Going to try to move towards the top lane, though, and start going for tier 3 here. Vulnerability comes out, Faceless Void, 25 seconds, buyback, doesn't want to use it, though, and with no Chronosphere, probably won't.
Yeah.
Vacuum wall, only got Madara, not the prettiest one. Brewmaster counters in, call down, that's going to zone them out.
The wall's a good zoning position, though.
True.
It makes it very, very awkward to try to move up and get to the building.
Now that is true.
So
that will keep them off eventually and allow Faceless Void to resurrect here. Pugna, he's just going to TP out before they can catch up to him. Almost sold. Actually almost caught him. That TP took forever, man. Where was he going? He was going over to the shrine area, that's why. Rod of Atos almost finished, though, on the Pugna here. So he's turning into that glorified support, as I like to call it. No axe, though. They're really going on a Faceless Void. Earth Spirit, though, with the backlines, he's causing chaos. Magnetize on top of the Chronosphere. They're getting 2 supports. So they get a couple. Thug, though, he's still moving around trying to finish off Lich. That's not going to work, though. Thug, minimal mana left on him. Has a double damage rune. But Faceless Void and Mirana are just going around wrecking face. The Bash Proc coming out. Madara's forced to stand his ground as he pops the BKB. Now he's running. Blink in. Another time walk. Can't use it just yet. That Mask of Madness preventing it. Homing missile will stun Faceless Void now in return. Thug kind of going back and got a little bit of mana pull, but now he's regretting his decision immediately. He goes down for 50 seconds. That's a mid-tier 3. And now the Rack's on top of that. Yeah. Thug did not want to go back in.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Middle barracks has fallen.
And that's mid-racks. Probably top tower at least.
Dire's top
He has a
tower
call down
is
here.
under attack.
He goes to use it, but we have boulder smashes him in. KZ with the vacuum. They're trying to keep him close
Dire's
by,
middle barracks has
but
fallen.
he's not going to remain. So they'll just get the tier
Dire's top
3,
tower
and
has fallen.
they're still going, actually. I guess Storm Spirit still has 15 seconds, so why not? Wall is ready for Darkseer. Doesn't have a vacuum, though. Tomato's literally on top of the racks.
Dire's top barracks.
And he's fine. Another BKB coming out, so now you see Dire side trying to finally push them out, and they will, but Midorfeed, they got what they came for.
Skylark, though, porting in very aggressively.
Oh, no. That's Thug as well.
Yeah, this works. Gets him something at least.
Go we. Something tells me he's on a streak. Oh, that's a 419 bounty kill on freaking Earth
He
Spirit.
was on a streak. He died in like 2 team fights ago.
Okay.
To enable that 3-man chain frost.
That's right, yeah.
Destroyed. He did die there. So a little bit of silver lining. Mouz picks one person off on the retreat and will at least get the attempt on Roshan here. This was a very late Roshan respawn though. Midorfeed has to know this exists right now.
Well, they smoke. They definitely have a good idea. But they're going to be exposed by MNT. Hold on, Moonlight Shadows. Okay. Chronosphere. He got lifted as soon as he went in, but he's going for the steal. He's beating down somebody in the backlands. That would be Madara. Roshan still has plenty of life. Chain Frost bouncing around. That BKB of Madara keeping him alive. The Chain Frost still doing plenty of damage. Gets 1 kill already on Pugna. Storm Spear flying back and forth with the ball ending, but the bash procs are too much. Tomato got the Aegis as well as the Dire team killed Roshan right there. The Primal split up Brewmaster. He's going to come back together, and he's just going to run away, actually. Spartan's like, please don't find me. Please don't find me. Well, they find him. GG, well play will be called. It's a victory. Game 1 for Midorfeed here. As you said,
what a
new
game
Roshan
from
was
them.
going on.
I mean, we have very, very clearly the MVP of that game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So much work.
I swear, it's like just talking about how he's fun to watch in that hero, and he's like, you think I'm fun already? Watch this. Boom. 3-man stun. And that's where it all took
200
off.
damage away from out damaging Tomato.
Magnetize will do that, yeah.
True statement.
It's a lot of damage. Yeah, he played a hell of a game. Great, honestly, Midorfeed, again, I haven't watched him a lot necessarily, but in the games that I have had the chance to cast them and watch them even, this is probably the cleanest they did look so far. And that's good news for them, of course, as far as clicking. On the other hand, mousesports, I don't think they played awful. They just they got caught in a couple team fights that was not advantageous, and thus the loss. All right, well, that's game number 1. We got game number 2, of course, coming up. The Skincoin WCA. If you type exclamation point Skincoin in chat, you can get information on the giveaway. And also, if you go to skincoin.org,